This is my first time directing something at this scale, and like most first-time directors, we have high expectations for what we want our locations to look like. I scouted 3 separate houses, too boring, too far, and too tight. I started to feel unhopeful with the project until I saw this location. But the question is always, would it work for the rest of the crew? That's what we'll find out in this video, a behind-the-scenes look into a tech scout with myself, our cinematographer, gaffer, production designer, and production team. Will we all get on the same page and come up with a solid game plan? Let's find out. So right now we're just gonna do some location scouting at the house currently. We have all the key members of the crew so we can just like come up with a solid game plan. So I teamed up with Ibuki Films here in Toronto to help produce this film and make this film happen. And I sent them my pitch deck and gave them the rundown of everything that I wanted for this short film. And they were kind enough to give me a location presentation, giving me 6 different options for a house location. I had to pivot my idea immediately as soon as I got there. I originally wanted our final shot of the film in this nice big wide of this cul-de-sac that's lit with like all these like sodium vapor lights, and the house didn't have a cul-de-sac, it had a back alleyway. That's really the reality with location scouting. You have this idea in your mind of how things are going to play out, but then when you actually see a location physically, things are going to look a little bit differently, and it's important to approach location scouting with an open mind and be willing to just pivot your idea slightly. From there, it's discussing blocking, lighting, and logistics for the day.
Put a mambo back here. Looks like there's even like a cubby here. Guy, I fucking mambo here.
Mac, our DP, and Kiki, the gaffer, came up with a lighting plan for the night look that was going to be taking place outside of there. And I wanted this like sodium vapor lit look. And luckily there was actually a sodium vapor light there already. So it was just going to be bringing in another one of our sources to augment that. So maybe like if this car is here on the day, then we're just looking like down here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So Mac and I were using this app called Cadrage, which I've talked about a few times on the channel. It's an app that allows you to type in your specific camera and lens data. That way it'll pull up what the actual frame is going to look like. So we were moving around the exterior of the house trying to find the best frame to place our talent in. I think that's actually nice. I don't mind
this. This is like not great. No. So
there's more depth in that one.
Yeah, like I don't hate this.
This is going to help you shot list things and really help you on the shoot day because you know exactly where the camera is going to go on the shoot day. So it's just such a plug and play approach and like one of my favorite tools for location scouting. Another important app we were using is SunSeeker, which you've probably heard about before as well. We were using it in the alleyway to establish which direction we should look in because for our final shot of the film and the end of the day on the shoot day, the sun was going to be setting in a certain direction, so we wanted to be looking that way in order to be backlit. For this shot, it's going to be like garage door opening, and then we can line it up so we like right in the... We also discussed scheduling the start of our day on the exterior of the house. That way when we moved on to the interior of the house, all the lighting and the set deck and all that kind of stuff would already be set up. So you want to be thinking like that as well when you're doing location scouting. Like, what is the most logistical way to lay out your day in order for things to be as smooth as possible? From there, we moved inside to discuss the game plan for the interior sets. For the bedroom set, there was quite a few shots that I wanted to get in there that would be a really big bulk of our day. And I wanted it to take place day and night, which is always a bit of a logistical lighting challenge because you have to light for day and night, and we were on the 2nd story of the house.
Quick dirty blackout, and then over top of the blackout, if we're doing it from inside, just put a tube above for glow.
I'm happy with that. Also, does it make sense lighting wise to start night? We'll black the windows, put that in, and while we're shooting night stuff, it can
be
because then we can work on this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because that's a bit of a song and dance if we do that, but.
The quick and dirty way to do day for night, especially if you're in like the 2nd story of a house or something, is to just black the windows from the inside. You can use garbage bags and then put your own curtains and shears over them, which is what we decided on doing for the film. I also raised the point that we should start with the night stuff first. That way, when the windows are blacked, the lighting team could set up the stuff that we needed for the day lighting setup. Our DP and gaffer needed to come up with a way to light the 2nd story, and our original plan was to use a light bridge reflector really high up on like a mambo stand, and then have a lamp on the ground shooting up into that reflector, which I've done a few times.
It's really pretty high, it's high up here, so like you need like a sky high or something like big. If Kiki feels good about it, like we come out of the window from the other side and
Minnesota low boy situation,
and it comes out like 45. I think you could boom out far enough that you would basically get the fixture like halfway, we're thinking. So you would get
somewhere like from here like out, like where the bend is, probably height like
Okay, I think that works. And then our beam, I guess, would be hitting like this.
Yeah,
way
in this
somewhere.
world.
I think
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
The room is going to be lit, so we're just
Yeah.
going to have freedom to move wherever.
100% anywhere you want, and that also buys you like way more to see out the windows, which is nice.
Oh, nice. As a director, I wanted the room to be lit so we can just freely move around in the space and not have to tweak our lighting setup for each individual shot. That'll just help the flow of things and help us just move a lot quicker. I kind of want something weird from down here because his sock is going to be like, his foot's going to be bleeding. What do you mean through a mirror?
Like you put the mirror on the ground, and then you shoot through it to get like the perspective of you being like really low, because we can't get there without getting.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like
without
not to be like a mirror.
It's a poor man's periscope. Yeah.
Okay, let's.
So
sure.
you basically like,
So he's
and then
like
your angle
here.
is like, because you can't put the camera here.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
it
so let's do
allows
that.
you
That's a good
to
idea.
that be your perspective effectively.
Okay, let's do that. That's a great
Yeah,
idea.
it's funky.
Oh fuck yeah,
This is why we got the smart people on this.
That's fucking sick.
So sick.
And then you just like
Dude,
and then
I
you
love
just
it.
180 and flip it.
Oh, what the?
That's sick. Yeah.
So good.
That's hilarious.
What a great angle.
Wow.
It's like we dug a hole.
So
in
you
the
just
floor.
flip and mirror it, and then you can just shoot it through the floor.
We also discussed some of the references that I pulled on the location scout. That way we can just get everyone on the same page. And I wanted this like warm and cool look in the lighting and the set design. And I made a video with Liliana, the production designer of the project, where we dive into all the production design elements and all the creative decisions we were making.
Think more this with like the
For
mixed
our
temps
night.
and funkiness. And then
Cool.
the actual more real world is probably more like that. This
Yeah,
is a
but, like-
bit aggressive, but
Yeah,
like it should be a little bit more grounded than this, but like that's
Okay.
this is too dramatic for this.
Yeah.
Everyone knew what they needed to do for the bedroom set, and it was great because we all just compiled everything into Millinote, so everything was just in one place. And once the short film is actually released, I'm gonna make the Millinote link available so you can see exactly the thought process we all had. It's always important to think one step ahead, and if you have enough people on your team, to get them working on the next setup while you're shooting the current one, especially if you're doing like different times of day and shooting in multiple different rooms. You're basically playing a game of chess, so you're always thinking one step ahead and your crew isn't waiting for the next setup. I've made the mistake in the past to shoot in every single room of a house, and it just made it such a logistical nightmare because every single time we moved to a room, there was gonna be gear in that room that we'd have to move, and it just ate into so much of our schedule. Next up was this shot right here, and I knew this shot was gonna be difficult for the entire team. We're just discussing the shoe shot. So basically what this is he's gonna walk through the door, take off his shoes, it's gonna hopefully land there. And then we're gonna have like 3 lighting changes and the shoes getting worse with each change.
Yeah.
Tell me if this is crazy, everyone.
I want what you want.
I want the Dana dolly to like be pushing in and then we land in like a close up.
Okay, so it's a lock. It's a
It's going to be complicated for a few different reasons. We need 3 different lighting setups, one going from night to day. We need an overhead Dana dolly rig. We need the shoes staying in the exact same spot, getting the exact same camera movement for these perfect match cuts. That means art department will need 3 different pairs of the same shoes in order to get different stages of the wear. Windows will need to be blacked in order to get that night shot, and we need some sort of complex camera rig in order to get that push-in shot while not seeing any of the Dana dolly pipes. Oh, I have a feeling this is gonna bog us down on the shoot day. How is the Dana dolly gonna live? So we'll have to do like stand here and then a stand in there.
Just for underslung
Yeah.
world? Yeah, it would have to be.
Right?
It would have to be, yeah,
Is that
realistically.
even possible, this? The shot took many conversations in order to get everyone on the same page for it, but I knew it was going to be worth it. Next up was the skate shop that I scouted on my own because people just couldn't make it on the scout. So that way I just took my own notes and tried to get as much detail as possible for the other team members. I made note of a few things like having these really ugly light bulbs that cast these green tint, but we weren't able to turn them off because the skate shop was going to be operating that day and it was going to be a skeleton crew. So we needed to find a way to just lean into that look and just sort of augment what it was already doing. I also preemptively chose what the frame was going to look like. I wanted to have the board wall in the background. That way people actually know it's a skate shop. I also made a note to Liliana that we would need a period accurate POS cash register because I wanted the film to take place in 2012, which was a bit of a logistical challenge, but we made it happen. Each set of locations came with their own unique challenges, but it's all about coming up with a solid game plan that'll help you move as efficiently as possible on the shoot day. There's so many great tools now to help you with location scouting, like Cadrage and SunSeeker, to help you find what the frame is going to look like and where you should be at certain times of day. So learn to use those things and just try to come up with a solid game plan. I hope you took something away from this video and can use some of this advice on your next location scout. Stay tuned for the short film. It is being composed at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with all the behind the scenes that come with it. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next.